नमस्ते बच्चों, हमेशा खुश रहो बच्चों। माई सेल्फ ओम प्रकाश केसरी, faculty of Department of Mathematics under Faculty of Education. Today I taught you the group theory, which I have see some binary operations or properties of binary operation. In your last class, I will see the definitions of binary operations. There are two types of definitions of binary operation. First one is the mathematical approach, and second one is the non-mathematical approach. After that, I will see some basic laws of binary operation. Today, I will see the remaining part of the law of binary operations. These are the relation planning. These are the steps for planning relation. These are the components of relation planning, which are already discussed in the previous classes. Now, in binary operation, I will see this is the actually group theory is the subject of mathematics under science stream, which are taught in BSc PhD, PCM 6 semesters. Now, in your last class, I will see some laws of binary operation. First one is the closure axiom. Second one is the commutativity. Third one is the associativity. And fourth one is the distributive law. One operation with respect to another operation. For this, we have seen an example of distributive law of multiplication over addition holds good, but distributive law of addition over multiplication doesn't holds good. Now, today I will see the existence of identity element. Let S be a non-empty set where A and E belongs to S. Let S be a non-empty set where A and E belongs to S. Let O be any binary operation on S such that E star A equals to A star E equals to A. That means operation of any element with respect to a particular element is that element, except when this will happen, then the particular element is said to be identity element for all element belongs to S. Now, here we see that E O A, E operated on A and A operated on E is equals to A. Then E is said to be identity element for the binary operation O, or we can say star. That means if one element is there in such a way that the operation of any element with that element is the element itself. Next one is the existence of inverse with identity. That means identity must be exist at that time. Existence of inverse in identity. Let S be a non-empty set where A and E belongs to S. Let O be any binary operation on S such that A O B equals to B O A equals to E. That means if the operation between two element is equals to the identity element, then the each element is said to be inverse of each other. Then similarly here, B is said to be inverse of A and A is said to be inverse of, and vice versa. And if we say that B is an inverse of A and is denoted by A inverse, that means B equals to A inverse. The invertible element in S is called the unit in S. The invertible element in S is called the unit in S, and the identity element in S is also always invertible and is its own inverse. For example, we see that EOE equals to EOE equals to E. That means E is the only element which has their own inverse. That means E inverse equals to E. Next one is the idempotent law. Next one is the idempotent law. In idempotent law, we see that let S be a non-empty set and A belongs to S. Let O be any binary operation on S such that AOA equals to A for all A belongs to S. Don't be confused between these two laws. That means here we see that AOB equals to E, or here we see that AOA equals to E, or in the previous we see that AOE equals to A. AOA equals to A, AOE equals to A. When AOE equals to A, then this is nothing but the existence of identity element. But when AOA equals to A, this is nothing but the idempotent law. That means when we operate two elements with a binary operation and we got the same element, then we say that this holds idempotent law. This holds idempotent law. This holds idempotent law. Now, any non-empty set S. Next one is the algebraic structure. This is very important because without algebraic structure, we can't study the group theory. In algebra, for defining an algebraic structure, we can say any non-empty set S equipped with one or more binary operation defined on it is called an algebraic structure. Any non-empty set equipped with one or more binary operations defined on it is called an algebraic structure. It is generally denoted by S star or S star. Here, the S star denotes the algebraic structure, where S is a non-empty set and star be any one binary operation. And here, S is any non-empty set, star is the first binary operation, and O is the second binary operation. Where S is a non-empty set and star and O be any two binary operation on S. That means now in this binary structure we see that let's say S be a non-empty set, it has two elements A and B. Then A star B must be in S. A star B must be in S. That means we can say by default closure axiom holds in any algebraic structure. In any algebraic structure, closure axiom holds good. By default, in any algebraic structure, closure axiom holds good. This session is powered by the digital version 2.0 of the Performance University, and I hope all of you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will try to resolve it. Thank you for watching this lecture video.